I am leaving behind two things for you after me. One is the Qur'an, and the other is my al-Bayt, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. This was not just a battle, it was an epic written in blood, where truth and falsehood clashed. And the cry that echoes through the centuries: humiliation is far from us. If Hazrat Hussain had turned back, truth would have perished. That is why he marched forward. He risked death, but never bowed to oppression. What truly happened in Karbala, where betrayal, loyalty, tyranny, and justice intersected. Details and secrets you have never heard before await you in this video. Today, we will witness the pain of Karbala and the life story of the Prophet's grandson, Hazrat Hussain, written with tears. To help these videos reach more people, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. We cannot resolve the divisions among us without understanding this event. Please watch the video until the end. May Allah make us their neighbors in paradise. Hazrat Hussain ibn Ali. Hazrat Ali was his father, but his lineage traces back to Muhammad. Our beloved Prophet, alayhi salatu wasalam, stated in a hadith, "Every prophet's lineage continues through his own descendants, but my lineage continues through Fatima." For this reason, Hussain, the son of Ali, and our mother Fatima, is actually the continuation of Muhammad Mustafa alayhi salam's lineage. Hazrat Hassan was born in the 3rd year of Hijrah, after the 13-year period in Mecca had ended and the 10-year Medina period had begun. Hazrat Hussain was born in the 4th year of Hijrah. When they were just young children, around 7 or 8 years old, they lost their grandfather, our beloved Prophet, alayhi salatu wasalam. 6 months later, their mother Fatima, who had lovingly embraced and cared for them, also passed away. Lubaba's dream. Before Hassan and Hussain were born, Abbas's wife Lubaba rushed to the Prophet, alayhi salatu wasalam, drenched in sweat. "O Messenger of Allah, I had a dream," she said. "What did you see, O Lubaba?" he asked. Lubaba began to explain. "A piece of your flesh was torn away and fell into my house." The Prophet, alayhi salatu wasalam, smiled. Lubaba was surprised. "O Messenger of Allah, why do you smile when I tell you something sorrowful?" she asked. He then gave her glad tidings. "You have received the good news of the al-Bayt. They will soon come into this world. The piece of flesh that was torn is Fatima's children. And the reason it falls into your house is that you will be their wet nurse." Lubaba, who had entered the house in tears, left with joy. Time passed, and she soon received the news of the birth of Hazrat Hassan. The Prophet, alayhi salatu wasalam, said, "Bring my son to me." Pay attention. In many narrations, he referred to Hassan and Hussain as my sons. He never called them my grandsons. The narrations strongly emphasize my son. When Asma bint Umais brought Hazrat Hassan wrapped in a yellow cloth, the Prophet, alayhi salatu wasalam, asked, "What is this? Could you not find another color?" This is because the Messenger of Allah, alayhi salatu wasalam, also conveyed messages through colors. When Hazrat Ali's first child was born, the Prophet ﷺ asked, "What will you name him?" As a warrior, a brave and valiant man, Hazrat Ali replied, "I will name him Harp." The Prophet ﷺ objected, "O Ali, how could you give such a beautiful child the name Harp?" Then he said, "Let my son's name be Hassan." And thus, the child was named Hassan. The same situation occurred when Hazrat Hussain was born. Once again, Hazrat Ali said, "I will name him Harp." But the Prophet ﷺ objected again and chose the name Hussain. A similar situation happened with Muhsin. In the end, Hazrat Ali and Hazrat Fatima were blessed with 5 children. Abu Hurairah narrates, while the Prophet ﷺ was delivering a sermon, Hazrat Hassan and Hazrat Hussain, dressed in beautiful garments, were walking among the people. At that moment, one of them stepped on the scarf tied around his mother's neck and fell to the ground. The Prophet ﷺ immediately descended from the pulpit. In those days, the pulpit had 3 steps. He quickly ran down, embraced them, kissed them, and held them close. Then he said, "My Lord has spoken the truth in Surah At-Taghabun. Indeed, your wealth and your children are but a trial for you." He interrupted his sermon just to comfort Hazrat Hassan and Hazrat Hussain in this way. One day, Hazrat Hassan and Hazrat Hussain were wrestling. Normally, Hazrat Hassan was older, while Hazrat Hussain was younger. However, the Prophet ﷺ cheered, "Come on, Hassan." Hazrat Fatima asked, "Father, shouldn't you support Hussain instead? Hassan is older, while Hussain is younger." Smiling, the Prophet ﷺ replied, "Don't you see, O Fatima? Jibreel is supporting Hussain." Jibreel ﷺ often visited that household in the form of the companion Dihya al-Kalbi. Whenever Hassan and Hussain saw Jibreel in the appearance of Dihya al-Kalbi, they would joyfully greet him saying, "Welcome, uncle. Welcome, uncle." Even at a young age, they were encountering the angel of revelation. Hazrat Umar narrates, one day when he entered the Hujra al-Sa'ada, the blessed chamber, to visit the Messenger of Allah alayhi salatu wasalam, he saw an extraordinary sight. Hazrat Hassan and Hazrat Hussain were riding on the blessed back of the Prophet, playing like they were riding a horse. He remarked, "What a fine mount you have." The Prophet ﷺ smiled and responded, "And what fine riders they are." How remarkable is this scene! The leader of an entire state, the reason for the creation of the universe, the seal of the Prophet's ﷺ, playing with his grandsons. Now, imagine that time period. This was an era when daughters were buried alive. People would rather leave their inheritance to their camels than to their daughters. Yet, the Prophet ﷺ would lovingly play with his granddaughter Umama and carry her often. Many times while praying in the mosque, little Umama would climb onto the Prophet's back. A companion once asked, "O Messenger of Allah, can one pray like this?" The Prophet ﷺ simply replied, "Why not?" Isn't this response a profound message, not only for that time, but also for us today? After the passing of their grandfather and mother, the noble companions deeply cared for Hazrat Hassan and Hazrat Hussain. They treated them as their own children, always embracing them with love. One Friday, in the first week after the Prophet's passing, Hazrat Ali took Hazrat Hassan outside. As Hazrat Abu Bakr approached the pulpit to deliver the Friday sermon, young Hazrat Hassan saw him and became deeply saddened. With innocent sorrow he said, "Will you step down from my grandfather's place? Hazrat Abu Bakr, with tears in his eyes, responded, "You speak the truth, O Hassan." Then he added, "Did the son of Abu Kuhafa ever have such a place?" The loss of the Prophet ﷺ was still fresh, and these words filled the hearts of everyone present with deep sorrow. The companions continued to show immense love and care for Hazrat Hassan and Hazrat Hussain, never leaving them alone. Abu Huraira narrates, when the Prophet ﷺ was in his 60s, he once again held Hazrat Hassan and Hazrat Hussain in his arms. He kissed them, embraced them, and inhaled their scent with deep affection. A companion asked, "O Messenger of Allah, do you love them so much?" The Prophet ﷺ replied, "Whoever loves them has loved me, and whoever holds enmity towards them has held enmity towards me." Do you understand now why love for the al-Bayt is a part of faith? One day, Jibril alayhi salam was present in the house of the Messenger of Allah. The Prophet ﷺ instructed his wife, Salama, "Stand by the door and do not let anyone enter." However, 5-year-old Hussain, playing nearby, ran inside through the door, as always. The Prophet ﷺ hugged him, kissed him, and held him close. Then, Jibril ﷺ asked the same question, "O Messenger of Allah, do you love Hussain so much?" The Prophet ﷺ replied, "I love him very much." At that moment, Jibril ﷺ revealed to him scenes and events from Karbala. Tears filled the Prophet's eyes as he said, "Hussain is from me, and I am from Hussain. O Allah, love Hussain, and love those who love Hussain." Salama deeply loved Imam Hassan and Imam Hussain. Because of this affection, she was often called the second Fatima. One day, while the Messenger of Allah ﷺ was sleeping in the house of happiness, he suddenly woke up. His eyes were filled with tears. Salama noticed this. She also saw that he was holding a handful of soil and kissing it. Unable to contain her concern, she asked, "O Messenger of Allah, what is this state? What are you doing? Why are you like this?" The Prophet ﷺ replied, "This soil in my hands is from Karbala, the land where my beloved Hussain will be martyred." And he continued to weep. At that time, Jibril ﷺ had informed him of certain future events. 20 days after the martyrdom of Hazrat Hussain, Salama, unable to bear the sorrow, also passed away. Lahib ibn Murrah narrates, one day the Prophet ﷺ was playing with Hazrat Hussain. As they played, he kissed him in a specific order. First, his chin, then his lips, then his nose, then his ears, and finally, his eyes. Why this order? Because every part he kissed was later wounded in Karbala. To truly understand Karbala, we must first briefly discuss the caliphate period of Hazrat Ali. After the martyrdom of Hazrat Uthman, Hazrat Ali faced immense turmoil and internal strife. The first major conflict was the Battle of the Al-Jamal War. During the time of the Messenger of Allah ﷺ, a total of 327 companions were martyred. However, during the caliphate of Hazrat Ali, in just the Battle of the Camel, reports state that between 10,000 and 20,000 companions lost their lives. This was an unimaginable fitna trial. During the Battle of the Camel, Hazrat Ali desperately sought support, a shoulder to lean on in his struggle. Then came the Battle of This battle exhausted Hazrat Ali even further. Following Siffin, he had to face another challenge: the Khawarij, an ignorant and extremist group, leading to the Battle of Nahrawan. One of the greatest difficulties Hazrat Ali suffered from during his caliphate was the lack of loyal supporters. One day, someone came to him and asked, "O Ali, we witnessed the caliphates of Hazrat Abu Bakr, Hazrat Umar, and Hazrat Uthman, but none of them faced the kind of troubles that have arisen in your time. Why is that?" Hazrat Ali replied, "Back then, they had men like us beside them. But now, we are here, and none of you stand beside us." From within the Khawarij group, a dark and wretched man named Ibn Muljam emerged and martyred Hazrat Ali. And with that, the foundations of Karbala were laid. After the martyrdom of Hazrat Ali, the people wanted Hazrat Hassan as their caliph. He ruled as caliph for 6 months. However, even during his own caliphate, he could not trust the people of Kufa due to their disloyalty. As tensions grew, Hazrat Muawiyah made him an offer that he was forced to accept. What was the offer? "O Hassan, hand over the caliphate to me, and after my death, the caliphate will return to you." But before that day arrived, Hazrat Hassan stepped down from the caliphate. And before that day arrived, according to some narrations, he was poisoned by his own wife and martyred. At this point, we must remember the Prophet's hadith: "After me, the caliphate will last for 30 years. Then, kingship will begin." Sometime after Hazrat Hassan's passing, Muawiyah assigned his son Yazid to several high-ranking positions. He made him commander of the Hajj pilgrimage. He sent him to the siege of Constantinople, where Abu Ayyub al-Ansari was martyred. And before Muawiyah's death, he declared, "After me, the caliphate belongs to Yazid." But this was not a caliphate. It was the beginning of monarchy. There were 4 prominent figures who refused to accept Muawiyah's caliphate: Abdurrahman, son of Hazrat Abu Bakr Abdullah, son of Hazrat Umar Abdullah ibn Zubair, son of Zubair ibn Awam Hussayn, son of Hazrat Ali. Before his death, Muawiyah gave Yazid one final warning: "O Yazid, I could not obtain allegiance from these 4 men. Never ever try to force them to swear allegiance to you." But Yazid, who saw the al-Bayt as his greatest enemy, was not about to listen. His first action? To force them into allegiance at any cost. Yazid ibn Muawiyah was born in 26 AH Hijri in Damascus. Notice something? Damascus had always been a source of unrest during the caliphate of Hazrat Ali. Yazid was 22 years younger than Hazrat Hussain. When Hazrat Hussain was martyred at the age of 57, Yazid was only 35. But despite his youth, he saw Hazrat Hussain and the al-Bayt as the greatest threat to his rule. And for the sake of his monarchy, he committed horrific atrocities. Did Yazid get to enjoy his reign after Imam Hussein's martyrdom? No. He ruled for only 3 years, and in the end, he died a horrible death after falling from his horse during a hunting trip. Did his son continue his rule? Yazid had a son named Muawiyah ibn Yazid. But if you think, can a tyrant's son become a scholar? The answer is yes. His son became a great scholar and a righteous man. In fact, Umar ibn Abdul Aziz, one of the most just rulers of the Umayyad period, was often compared to Muawiyah ibn Yazid. But those who were obsessed with preserving the Umayyad monarchy saw Muawiyah ibn Yazid as a threat. And just 3 months after Yazid's death, they eliminated his son as well. Do you see the pattern? No one was able to hold on to the throne they so desperately craved. To truly understand Yazid, we must discuss one more event. Yazid was so cruel that when he became caliph, he ordered the slaughter of everyone who refused to swear allegiance to him. This event became known as the Harem massacre. Yazid sent his general Muslim ibn Uqba to Medina, commanding him to massacre everyone who did not pledge loyalty. Hundreds of companions and successors Tabi'in were martyred. The bodies of the martyrs were dumped into a single well and buried together. Masjid al-Nabawi was set on fire. And while committing these atrocities, Yazid's soldiers shouted, "Makkah, you're next. We are coming for you." During Yazid's reign, a brutal figure would emerge to attack Makkah. Hajjaj the tyrant. According to Belazuri, as soon as Yazid assumed power, he sent an urgent order to Walid ibn Utbah, the governor of Medina. "Take the allegiance of these three men for me." At this point, Abdurrahman, the son of Hazrat Abu Bakr, had already passed away. Only three figures remained who refused to swear allegiance: Abdullah ibn Umar, the son of Hazrat Umar Abdullah ibn Zubair, the son of Zubair ibn Awam Hussain, the son of Hazrat Ali. The governor of Medina deeply respected these noble figures. However, Marwan ibn Hakam constantly pressured him, reporting everything to Yazid. Eventually, the governor was forced to confront them and said, "Yazid has declared his rule. You must swear allegiance." All three of them firmly responded, "We will not pledge allegiance." Do you realize what this meant? This was a direct declaration of war against the entire Umayyad dynasty. Imam Hussain knew that remaining in Medina was no longer an option. He made his decision, "I must go to Makkah." But his half-brother, Muhammad ibn al-Hanafiya, pleaded with him, "Please do not go. If you leave Medina, you will never return. We cannot protect you once you leave." Despite this warning, Imam Hussain took his family and set out for Makkah. In the month of Rajab, 60 AH, he arrived in Makkah. Ibn Abbas arranged a house for him, and Imam Hussain stayed there for 5 months. Even in Makkah, Imam Hussain was no longer safe. He had migrated there after facing pressure in Medina. But Yazid's spies were constantly reporting on his every move and pressuring him to pledge allegiance. He could no longer stay in Makkah either. So where would he go? It was time to go to Kufa. Kufa was a city on the banks of the Euphrates River in Iraq. Because it was a city formed by various tribes and groups, it had always been filled with internal strife and political turmoil. Governors could not hold power there for long. Now, the people of Kufa were calling for Hazrat Hussain. But let's not forget, they betrayed Hazrat Ali. They betrayed Hazrat Hassan. And now, they were calling Hazrat Hussain. Thousands gathered at Sulaiman ibn Surad's house and declared, "We failed to stand by Ali. We failed to stand by Hassan. This time, we will not fail Imam Hussain." They collected signatures and sent letters to him. The Kufans wrote to Hazrat Hussain, "If you come, we will overthrow the governor appointed by Damascus. We want to see you as our caliph. 100,000 men are ready to fight under your command." Do you know how many letters they sent? Tens of thousands. Imam Hussain carefully considered the invitation from Kufa. Let's recall his situation. He faced oppression in Medina. He moved to Makkah. The pressure increased there as well. Now, thousands of letters invited him to Kufa. But before setting out, what did Imam Hussain do? He called his cousin, Muslim ibn Aqil, and said, I am writing a letter to the Kufans. Take this letter, go to Kufa, and obtain their allegiance. And so, Muslim ibn Aqil set out for Kufa. When Muslim ibn Aqil arrived in Kufa, he gathered the people and delivered a message from Imam Hussain. According to Tabari's narration, he addressed them with these words: O Kufans, we live in a time when people have turned away from the book of Allah. The sunnah of my grandfather has been trampled upon. Innovations have been glorified. And how did the people of Kufa respond? 100,000 soldiers are ready to fight under Imam Hussein's command. Thus, Imam Hussain began making preparations to slowly move toward Kufa. As Imam Hussain prepared to leave for Kufa, all his friends tried to stop him. In Medina, they had warned him, "Do not go to Makkah." Now they were saying, "Do not go to Kufa," because Kufa was the city of betrayal. They betrayed his father, Hazrat Ali. They betrayed his brother, Hazrat Hassan. And they would betray him too. But do you know what Hazrat Hussain said? "I must go." Did he not know what would happen to him? He knew. Why did he have to go? Because the Ummah needed to rise for the truth. He knew that the land of the Ummah had to be cleansed with his own blood. He knew exactly what was coming. When Imam Hussain decided to head toward Kufa, the governor of the city was Nu'man ibn Bashir. He was a soft-hearted man and had great love and respect for Imam Hussain. But Yazid's spies quickly reported this to him. Where was Yazid at the time? In Damascus. His spies sent him an urgent message from Kufa. The governor of Kufa has sympathy for Hussain. This was not what Yazid wanted to hear. So, he made a decision. He removed Nu'man ibn Bashir from his position and appointed a new governor, Ubaidullah ibn Ziyad. At that time, Ubaidullah ibn Ziyad was already the governor of Basra. He was Yazid's enforcer and would become the key figure behind the Karbala tragedy. Yazid gave him direct orders. Go to Kufa. Remove the governor. Take power for yourself and prepare the ground for me. Ubaidullah followed Yazid's command without hesitation. He arrived in Kufa. He removed Nu'man ibn Bashir from office. He declared himself governor. He used fear, threats, and bribery to turn the people against the al-Bayt. As soon as Ubaidullah ibn Ziyad arrived, he began breaking the allegiance of the Kufans to Imam Hussain. With threats of execution, with bribes of gold and silver, with promises of high-ranking positions, with power and worldly temptations, and within just 1 week, the people of Kufa turned against Hussain. Just days before, they had declared, "O Hussain, we pledge allegiance to you with 100,000 men." Now, they had joined the side of Ubaidullah ibn Ziyad. The betrayal of Kufa had begun. How low can a person fall for the sake of the world? The Kufans' betrayal once again showed the depths of human weakness. He was as ruthless as Hajjaj the tyrant. He was brutal enough to rival the worst oppressors in history. But who was his father? Ziyad ibn Abi, a former commander in the army of Hazrat Ali. Hazrat Ali had appointed him as the governor of Kirman, but after Hazrat Ali's martyrdom, he defected to Damascus. When he died, all his powers were transferred to his son, Ubaidullah ibn Ziyad. Ubaidullah became Yazid's most loyal enforcer, and he knew no limits in tyranny. What was the result? He became one of the main architects of the Karbala tragedy. Muslim ibn Aqil, the cousin of Imam Hussain, had successfully gathered 17,000 to 18,000 men in Kufa. He had taken their pledge of allegiance. But when Ubaidullah ibn Ziyad arrived in Kufa, everything changed. Within just 1 week, the people of Kufa turned against Hussain. Muslim ibn Aqil was captured and executed. His body was displayed in the market of Kufa for weeks, so that people would see, so that their fear would increase. The date was 8th Dhul Hijjah. The next day, the pilgrims would ascend Arafat. But for Imam Hussain, this was not the time for Hajj. It was the time for martyrdom. He completed his ihram, but did not complete the Hajj. He put on the clothes in which he would be martyred. As Imam Hussain set out, he took everyone with him, even his infant child. Abdullah ibn Abbas tried to stop him in Makkah. "Do not go. If you must, at least do not take your family." But Imam Hussain gave the same reply. "No, I must take them as well. Some must be martyred and some must be witnesses." Today, we know about Karbala because of two great witnesses. His sister, Hazrat Zainab, his son, Zain al-Abidin Ali Asghar. If Hazrat Zainab had not been there, we would not know most of what happened in Karbala today. That is why Karbala teaches us this lesson. Those who leave must go like Hussain. Those who remain must stand like Zainab. What historians say about Hazrat Zainab: when she spoke, she resembled her father Ali. When she remained silent, she resembled her mother, Fatima. When she walked, she resembled her brother Hassan. And when she cried out, she resembled Imam Hussain. And when she stood before Yazid and Ubaidullah ibn Ziyad and raised her voice, the whole world would finally understand who Hazrat Zainab was. Abdullah ibn Abbas' dream. The same Abdullah ibn Abbas who had begged Imam Hussain not to go to Kufa, later received news of the Karbala tragedy. Afterward, he had a dream. In his dream, he saw the Messenger of Allah alayhi salatu wasalam holding a cup in his hand. He asked, "O Messenger of Allah, what is in this cup?" The Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam replied, "This is the blood of Hussain spilled in Karbala. I am taking it to Allah as a complaint." After Karbala, Abdullah ibn Abbas wept for 7 years. His eyes became blind from crying. He passed away in Taif, carrying the sorrow of Karbala with him until his last breath. As Imam Hussain continued his journey, everyone knew exactly where he was going. He is walking toward martyrdom. For this reason, countless people tried to persuade him to turn back. "Do not go, O Imam." One of these voices was the famous Arab poet, Farazdak. His grandfather, Sasa ibn Najiyah, had saved 300 girls from being buried alive during the pre-Islamic period of ignorance. The Messenger of Allah alayhi salatu wasalam had great love for this noble companion. Farazdak also deeply loved Imam Hussain. When he saw him on the road, he stopped him and warned, "O Imam, do not go. The hearts of the Kufans are with you, but their swords are with Yazid." Any other person would have frozen in place upon hearing these words. But Imam Hussain simply replied, "I must go. If I do not go, the Ummah will never rise for the truth." And he continued on his path. In the beginning, 500 to 550 people set out with Imam Hussain. But as the journey continued, fear, greed, and self-interest took hold. Some feared for their lives. Some feared losing their wealth. Some feared the power of Yazid. In the darkness of night, many deserted him. In a single night, 300 to 500 people abandoned him. In the end, only 72 remained. Among them were his own family members. Yet, despite their small number, Imam Hussain told them, "If any of you are in debt, turn back now. No debtor should enter battle with me." Where did he learn this principle of justice? From his grandfather, the Messenger of Allah alayhi salatu wasalam. For even the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam refused to lead the funeral prayer of someone in debt. And so, Imam Hussain continued walking on the path of martyrdom with Hazrat Zainab by his side, with his young son Ali, with an army that grew smaller in number but greater in spirit. This was not just a battle for survival. It was a battle for courage, loyalty, justice, and the ultimate message of martyrdom. On the road, Imam Hussain received the devastating news. Muslim Ibn Aqil had been martyred, yet he did not turn back. As Imam Hussain continued his journey, a man named Zuhair ibn Qayn arrived with a few soldiers. He declared, "O Imam, we are with you." But then he turned to his wife and looked into her eyes. He spoke his final words to her. "O my wife, I'm not going to return. I'm going to die. I divorce you." Then he left his wife behind and joined Imam Hussein's army. Perhaps in this long and sorrowful journey, this was one of the few moments that brought a smile to Imam Hussein's face. In Ubaidullah ibn Ziyad's army, there was a commander named Hur ibn Yazid. Yazid sent new orders to Ubaidullah ibn Ziyad. Imam Hussain is heading toward Kufa. Stop him in a place where he cannot reach water nor find any greenery. Force him to settle there. That place was Karbala. Hur ibn Yazid obeyed his orders, but his heart was filled with doubt. At first, he even suggested to Imam Hussain, "Turn back before it's too late." But, like the others before him, Imam Hussain refused. "No, I will not turn back." And so the soldiers left Imam Hussain and his family, thirsty for days in Karbala. Imam Hussein's youngest son Abdullah was just 2 or 3 years old. He was suffering horribly from thirst for days. In his father's arms, he clung to him, hoping, maybe, just maybe, his father would have water, but Imam Hussain had none. Perhaps, seeing the innocence of this child, someone would take pity. So, Imam Hussain lifted him toward the sky and pleaded, "O Kufans, what harm has this innocent child done to you? He has been thirsty for days." But just then, a cruel soldier from the tribe of Asad took an arrow and shot it at the child's neck. The 2-year-old innocent Abdullah was martyred in Karbala. A child who only asked for water was struck in the neck with an arrow. The tiny body of Abdullah went limp in his father's arms. Imam Hussein's hands were covered in his son's blood. According to Tabari, as Hur ibn Yazid witnessed the unfolding events, his doubts grew stronger. This is not what we were told at the beginning. Those around him noticed his hands trembling on his horse's reins. His soldiers asked him, "Commander, why are you shaking?" And Hur ibn Yazid replied, "It feels as if this horse is carrying me to hell. If I fight against Hussain, I will go to hell. But if I join him and become a martyr, I will enter paradise." He could bear it no longer. He spurred his horse forward and rode to Imam Hussein's side. When he reached Imam Hussain, he lowered his head and said, "O Imam, I stained my hands by blocking your path. I spoke against you with my tongue. I deprived you and your family of water. But there was something he needed to confess. I truly believed that Ubaidullah ibn Ziyad would let you go. But now I see they intend to kill you." Then he fell to the ground, humbling himself, and asked, "I have come to ask for your forgiveness. Is there any mercy for a man like me?" And what did Imam Hussain say? Would the grandson of the Prophet turn away a man who repented. He forgave him. Then Hurr bin Yazid turned back to his former army and shouted, "O Kufans, may your mothers weep for you. You invited the grandson of the Messenger of Allah to your city, and when he came, you abandoned him. And now you seek to kill him. You have denied Hussayn access to the Euphrates. Your reckoning will be severe." Then Hurr bin Yazid and 30 of his soldiers joined Imam Hussain. Shortly after, he was martyred in Karbala, fighting alongside Imam Hussain. Little Abdullah was martyred. Hurr bin Yazid defected and was martyred. The betrayal of the Kufans was now fully revealed, and now only a few hours remained before the catastrophe of Karbala would unfold. A new commander was chosen to lead the army against Imam Hussain. Umar ibn Sa'd. Who was he? The son of Sa'd ibn Abi Waqqas, one of the 10 companions promised paradise. Why did Yazid choose him? Because having the son of a companion destined for paradise leading the army would make his cause seem legitimate. But the majority of Umar ibn Sa'd's army consisted of Kufans, the very people who had invited Imam Hussain. Then Yazid's command arrived. "Go, take 4,000 soldiers to Karbala and kill Hussain." Souls consumed by greed, minds rotting in corruption, a darkness that knew no limits in oppression. And so Umar ibn Sa'd marched to Karbala with 4,000 men. There he found Imam Hussain and only 72 companions. He completely surrounded them and denied them water for days. On the morning of Ashura, Imam Hussain stood up, knowing he was walking toward martyrdom. He led the morning prayer, standing before his companions one last time. But what was truly shocking, many of the men who were about to kill him stood behind him in prayer. What kind of mindset is this? They prayed behind the very man they were about to slaughter. That day, Imam Hussain dressed as if he were a groom, preparing for his ultimate sacrifice. As he recited verses from Surah Ali Imran, Umar ibn Sa'd gave the order to attack. The 4,000-strong army of Kufa charged against 72 men, and the battle began with a rain of arrows from the enemy. One by one, the companions of Imam Hussain were martyred, until at last only one man remained. Imam Hussain stood alone on the battlefield. Seeing this, Hazrat Zainab cried out, "O Allah, what kind of army is this bar, where the soldier is Hussain and the commander is also Hussain?" What did she mean? There was no one left but Hussain. On that tragic day, only 2 members of the al-Bayt survived. Besides the women, Umar, Imam Hussein's 4-year-old son, Zain al-Abidin. Zain al-Abidin was gravely ill. He was so weak that he could not even stand. He remained inside the tent, unable to fight. And fate made him ill so that he would survive Karbala. Thus, the lineage of the al-Bayt continued through Zain al-Abidin. In the middle of the battle, Imam Hussain entered the women's tent because he wanted to see his daughters one last time. His young daughters, Sukaina and Ruqayya, saw their father covered in blood. They ran to him, hugged him, and kissed him. And Imam Hussain said to them, "O daughters of the Al-Bayt, today is not a day for mourning. This is a great trial. If we remain patient, we will receive our reward. Do not cry and give joy to the enemy." Then he returned to the battlefield. Sukaina was a righteous woman, deeply devoted to Allah. She never married. She passed away at a young age, but she left behind her name, her prayers, and her honor as a legacy for generations to come. Karbala was not just a battle, it was a resistance. And on that day, the whole world witnessed an event that would immortalize the name of Hussain forever. Even after Karbala, the life of Sukaina was filled with miracles. While she was living in the region of Jerusalem, a Jewish family brought their paralyzed child to her. They entrusted the child to her care. But as Sukaina cared for the child, she felt that she was falling behind in her worship. So she raised her hands in prayer. "O my Lord, I am falling behind in my worship. Please help me." And at that very moment, the paralyzed child stood up and began walking. Then he started running. This was the spiritual power of the daughters of Imam Hussain. They were not just witnesses to Karbala. They were saints in their own right. The battle raged on. Hurr ibn Yazid, who once served in Yazid's army but later saw the truth and joined Imam Hussain, fought like an army on his own. Seeing his strength, Shimr ibn Dil-Jawshan shouted to his soldiers, "Take down Hurr. You will never reach Hussain unless you kill Hurr first." But Hurr was not an easy target. Realizing they could not defeat him, the enemy soldiers resorted to cowardice. They cut his horse's legs, making him fall to the ground. Once he was defenseless, Shimr's men brutally martyred him. The first martyr from the al-Bayt in Karbala was Ali al-Akbar. He was Imam Hussein's eldest son, a young lion in his 20s. A man named Murrah ibn Munfid uttered chilling words. "If I do not kill you and inform your father of it, may the curse of the Arabs be upon me." And so the young flower of the al-Bayt was ruthlessly slaughtered on the battlefield. The battle continued, until at last, Imam Hussain stood alone in Karbala. A man named Malik ibn Bashar struck Imam Hussain on the head with a sword. His cap was torn, and his head was drenched in blood. Yet, at that moment, no one dared to finish him. He was so thirsty that he asked for a single drop of water from the Euphrates. A soldier mockingly brought muddy warm water in a cup. But just as Imam Hussain was about to drink, a merciless archer named Hussayn ibn Humayr fired an arrow. The arrow pierced Imam Hussein's chin. At that moment, he realized, water will no longer be given to us in this world. It awaits us in the hereafter. And even in that state, he continued fighting like a lion. The greedy, bloodthirsty oppressors went mad for the spoils. They attacked Imam Hussain with 33 spears, 34 arrows, yet Imam Hussain resisted until his last breath. He then uttered his final words, "O traitors, was it not you who invited me here? Now you ask me to pledge allegiance to Yazid? If I were to do that, I would have done it in Medina. Let the earth of Karbala bear witness. Let you bear witness. Humiliation is far from us. If the religion of my grandfather Muhammad can only rise through my blood, then, O swords, cut me down, take my body." These words drove Shimr into a frenzy. "Kill him. Why do you let him speak?" he roared. A wicked man named Sinan ibn Anas then drove a spear into Imam Hussein's back. And at the age of 57, on the 10th of Muharram, 61 AH, Imam Hussain was martyred in Karbala. The oppressors had a cruel custom. They would display severed heads to declare victory. But when it came to Imam Hussain, no one dared to be the one to cut off his blessed head. Why? Because whoever committed this act would be cursed forever. And they all knew it. Sinan ibn Anas tried to pass the task to Ali ibn Yazid. "You do it. If you cut off his head, Ubaidullah ibn Ziyad will reward you with great treasures." But even Ali hesitated. Finally, Sinan ibn Anas himself committed the vile act. He then handed the blessed head to Hawli, saying, "Take this to Ubaidullah's palace, and you will become wealthy." Hawli took Imam Hussein's head home and showed it to his wife, boasting, "Look, I have brought you such a treasure that we will now live in comfort." But upon seeing the severed head, his wife screamed in horror, "Shame on you! You have brought the blood of the al-Bayt into this house and call it treasure." She divorced him on the spot. It was a trial. It was a struggle for justice. And the history written with Imam Hussein's blood still speaks to us today. Humiliation is far from us. If the religion of my grandfather Muhammad can only rise through my blood, then, O swords, cut me down, take my body. On that day, Imam Hussain was martyred, but the true losers were the oppressors. When Hawli realized he had gained nothing, he went to Ubaidullah ibn Ziyad's palace and presented Imam Hussein's head. Ubaidullah asked him, "O Hawli, did you cut this head yourself?" Proudly, Hawli said yes. But instead of the reward he expected, Ubaidullah responded with disgust, "You have done a vile thing. Get out of my sight." To protect himself, Ubaidullah shifted all the blame onto Hawli and threw him out of the palace. In the end, Hawli gained nothing but eternal shame. They thought they could laugh for a few years in this world, but they destroyed their hereafter without ever truly finding peace. Yazid and his men were not satisfied with just killing Imam Hussain. They wanted to wipe out his entire bloodline. Now only a few members of the al-Bayt remained. They were taken to Kufa in chains. But Ubaidullah ibn Ziyad hesitated to harm them immediately. Why? Because he feared public outrage. If the people learn what we have done to the al-Bayt, they may rise in rebellion. So they delayed any further harm, hoping that with time, the people would forget and remain silent. But history never forgot. Karbala was not just an event. It was a lesson. Karbala was not a war. It was a resistance. Karbala was not a defeat. It was a victory. Today we must ask ourselves, will we oppose Yazid, yet carry his mindset in our actions? Or will we walk in the footsteps of Hussain? Because Karbala has not ended, and it will never end. There will always be tyrants, but there will also always be those who stand like Hussain. Humiliation is far from us. If the religion of my grandfather Muhammad can only rise through my blood, then, O swords, cut me down, take my body. At first glance, Imam Zain al-Abidin's silence may seem like the opposite of Imam Hussein's resistance, but in reality, it was not. He understood the conditions of his time and chose this path to prevent further bloodshed of the al-Bayt. His silence was not out of fear. It was a calculated strategy. His struggle was not with the sword, but through patience and prayer. Had he immediately called for an uprising, the lineage of the al-Bayt may have been wiped out completely. But because of his patience, the legacy of the al-Bayt continued. Did Hussain win? Yes, today, thousands carry his name with honor. His struggle has been recorded as the eternal fight for truth. His sacrifice will never be forgotten. Not until the end of time. Karbala is not just about commemorating it. Karbala is about choosing a side. Every person will face their own Karbala. Everyone will have their test. Are we on the side of the oppressors or the oppressed? Can we stand for truth like Imam Hussain? The real question is not about the past. The real question is, how will we live from this moment forward? What does Karbala mean to you? Share your thoughts in the comments.